Hello everybody, Epic Mewtwo here. I was literally sitting down to record a video and then Bandai is like, here's a bunch of new stuff. Get that news video out to ya boys. So here we are. We have a bunch of brand new cards, as well as more information on Golden Frieza. Sorry, I really like him a lot. But we're gonna go over everything that we have about all of the new cards. First of all, we're gonna talk about this Rip Hato-sama. They are trying so hard to replicate, and I apologize for that being cut off. That's just how my Chrome aspect ratio is on my recording software. But this is like so dumb. Like, you know, if Hato-sama, he would have tweeted all of these cards individually, you know, and shown us all the details instead of just giving us this. Now, I will say, we're about to see the super attack animation for all of these guys. I don't know all of the information I wish I knew. I try and make these videos as soon as all of this information is released, so I try to find translations. Doesn't always happen. I apologize for that, but I do the best I can because obviously I don't speak Japanese. Now, all these cards look pretty cool. My favorite's definitely got to be Frieza coming out, you know, coming back from the dead with Baba there. That's a pretty cool card. As well, him in hell in the little cocoon is pretty funny. So those are some new cards that we're getting. Those, so this, the UR Golden Frieza, I believe, is going to be the super attack raise for INT Golden Frieza, which is the main attraction of all of this. These other cards, not quite sure. Maybe they'll be it will obviously the Gohan and the other Frieza and the Cocoon will be SR cards, but the girl that was from the Roshi episode. Well, I say Roshi episode. Really, it was Tien's episode. It was supposed to be Tien's episode, but Roshi kind of stole the show. So it is cool that we're getting her as a card. I never thought we'd actually see her. And then the other Frieza looks like it's a UR, so that's very interesting. Definitely want to see what that AGL Frieza does because I'm liking that art a lot. So we have the video. Let's see him. Oh, that is really loud. Okay. Holy cow. That is really loud. Alright, so it goes through all of the super attacks for the oh my gosh, I apologize if that's super loud. Wow, that was a lot louder than I thought it was going to be. Bandai, you need to turn down your music there. Oh my gosh. Alright, I apologize if that was like blaring in your ear there. It hurt me too. But it's interesting that they're showing all of the super attacks all together as opposed to posting them individually. Here's also the Golden Frieza coming back from the dead. I wish it was something else, honestly, but I believe that is a new animation at the end that all of the Frieza cards that we just got have. I'll show you it again in a second. I apologize, got really discombobulated by the stupid sound. It was so loud. Alright, I think that's it. Yeah. So let's go through this real quick. First, we got the girl controlling Mutenru-sama. And he does the Kamehameha, so that's a pretty cool attack against Tien. That's really ironic, actually. That's cool that they did that. So this is the STR Golden Frieza. This is not INT Golden Frieza, but cool nonetheless. I like it. Pretty cool. So this, I believe, is new. It's also really funny. Can we talk about how like Frieza looks like a kid, just because of how the art is there, in that little like showing his eyes. But this animation right, wait 1 second, there, I believe is new. I don't recall ever seeing that before. It seems that both of these Friezas have it. I love that wink. That's so funny. I really like this AGL Golden Frieza. Or not Golden Frieza, sorry, Final Form Frieza. The dead one. Pretty cool. Alright, and then the Gohan, I believe, is just a Kamehameha. Unfortunate. But, nonetheless, we go up here to the main event. Your boy, Golden Frieza. Oh, I love Frieza so much. He's so cool. I know a lot of people do too. So I don't honestly understand why they show. It looks like they showed a couple of these images twice. Oh no, that's just for the scrolling text. Gotcha, gotcha. Interesting. So his art, actually, I have it right here. Pretty cool, honestly. I really like that. I don't know what the on Dokkan Awaken one. We'll look at that in a second. I have DBZ space up there so we can look at it. We're gonna look at super attack, and then I'll actually tell you what Golden Frieza does. Because we do have a translation for him at least. And oh, my bad. I want you guys to see that from the beginning because it is. Oh, hello. There we go. It took a second to load. So take note. Tech Golden Frieza is on here as well. So, because this is technically a different Golden Frieza, because it's True Golden Frieza, because, you know, he's dead. It's technically a different Golden Frieza than the regular one, so you can still use him, which is pretty cool. I love this. So this is from the episode where he first gets brought back, and they fight all of those, the dudes that have the God of Destruction's energy. And, it's, you know, he's like, his beams are, like, going around and, like, hitting through all those guys. So I think that is really cool. Really like that super attack animation. Very nice. Very nice, Bandai. That one, I'll give you that one. So if we go over to Talon's page here, by the way, if you're not subscribed to Talon or following him, I would recommend doing so. He's actually based in Japan, and he speaks Japanese. So he's pretty good at translations for the game, which is very nice. Thank you, Talon. I'll put a link to this tweet as well as all the other tweets in the description below. But there's a couple edits to this. We'll go over that in a second. But Angel Golden Frieza. So he is a category lead for revived warriors, which is very interesting. So it's basically anybody who died and was brought back to life. So I believe that, right, so like here, Bardock technically, or no, that wasn't it, but I think someone was saying that Bardock technically counts, which is interesting because he wasn't really revived. He got sent back in time in that special. I don't know, but so like I'm assuming that INT Gogeta won't count. Of course, this what I'm saying right now is speculation. INT Gogeta wouldn't count because he was dead. He still had the halo, but he wasn't like revived when he was, you know, the Gogeta was dead at that time. But like Super Saiyan 3 Goku, you know, would fit on this team, obviously. So basically anybody who was who died and was brought back to life, and that's the card, is he's the leader skill for them, he's the category lead for them, which is pretty cool. So it's Ki plus 3, HP 130%, attack and defense plus 170, my guy. Whoa. That's a lot. And then INT units get 50% all stats and plus 3 Ki. So, you know, basically Buhan in that regard, but you're not going to be using him for that, I guarantee you. Passive, and that is what we're going to talk about in a second. Enemy super attack, passive enemy super attacks minus 15% and own attack plus 150. Oh my gosh. Super attack greatly lowers defense of the enemy and links, as you can see there, General Golden Frieza links with Tournament of Power. And let's look at the edits real quick because I know there's a couple things in these tweets here. Frieza's passive is minus 50% or 15% to super allies and enemies. So super types, right? So super allies and enemies. So even if they're on your team, Golden Frieza is still wrecking them. So keep that in mind when you're running this guy. So maybe it wouldn't be, well, obviously you would still want to run a couple heroes on this team, but if you're keeping him on rotation, he's going to lower those heroes. But that does make sense because, you know, like, even though they brought him back, he still doesn't like, you know, our crew. But nonetheless there. So that's a little edit. This is the person just posting the card from DBZ Space, I believe. Yes. Then someone commented here, he also raises his own defense by 50%. He also lowers all super types attack. Right, so that's what they were saying there. It's attack. Okay, so right, so they were saying that it can be, it's allies, super allies as well. He lowers 15%. And not only ally, not ally, only enemy. No, it's both. Yeah, it is both. Because Talon confirmed that up here. So very interesting there. I think that's kind of cool, actually. And okay, good. So apparently they said as well that he also raised his own defense by 50%. So I'm assuming that's on the passive skill there. Or is that... Let me see. No, I believe they mean the passive skill there. But either way, the important thing to take away here is that it's minus 15% for all super types, including your own allies. But the general, you know, like, gist of this is all right. You know, of course, like I said, I'm going off of translations. Sorry, I didn't mean for this video to be so long. I just kind of started talking. Yeah, so you get the gist of it. Like I said, I apologize for not having, you know, every translation for everything. I do the best I can right when the stuff comes out and try and get it out as soon as possible. But thank you guys for watching nonetheless. Let's pull for this guy. Very excited about this card. Oh my gosh, I am dying. I'm going to go before I actually die. Epic Mewtwo out. Peace.